Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, from the Nothing But Niners news desk. Breaking news. The 49ers have signed someone to come in and hopefully play pass rush, and that's what we're here to discuss today. I am joined with my man, Nick. Nick, what's going on, baby? How you doing?
What's going on, Mike? What's going on? Hey, man, this isn't a deep signing and a big name specialist like everybody wants to say. I'm kind of confused on this, man. We're bringing this guy in. We let Elvis Dumervil walk, who was actually doing things on the pass rush type thing. Aaron Lynch was definitely gone. He left the building the beginning of last year. But I think this is a depth signing. But it's funny because Daniel Jeremiah came out and said, with Jeremiah, how do you say his last name?
Attaochu. The defensive player's name is Jeremiah Attaochu.
Attaochu.
6'3", 258-pound guy. He's got a lot of game. But go ahead. You said Daniel Jeremiah was saying something?
Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah was saying that he thinks this is going to work out, could possibly work out really well for the 49ers, that this guy has a lot. It could be a under the radar type signing, that he does have a lot of good pass rush skills. So that's to be seen. What was his contract? 1 year?
So it's not. Yeah, he gets the 1 year deal worth a total maximum amount of $5.125 million, but he's got $2.5 million guaranteed. So they're looking for him to get out on the field for sure. This guy, I mean, my biggest concern with him is his injury history. He had a sprained ankle in 2015, a broken foot in 2016, causing him to miss games in both of those years. But when he gets on the field, I mean, he's pretty productive. I know the stats are there. You want to go ahead and run down the stats for us. But he's got the stats. He's just got to stay healthy. He's got to stay consistent. So,
yeah,
Jeremiah, go ahead.
Sorry. So his stats, he's played in 38 career games. All 4 of those are with San Diego. He was a number 50th pick overall for the Los Angeles Chargers. Played at Georgia Tech for college. But he had 4 games last year with only 5 tackles and 1 assist. But career stats, he's had 38 games, 13 games started, and 2 pass defense, 2 forced fumbles, and 10 sacks with 62 tackles and 13 assists.
Right, and he's done all that in 38 games. So, I mean, he's shown flashes, and like I said, a broken foot, sprained ankle, lower ankle injury. This guy, he just, like I said, he can't stay on the field. He comes from a good family, good stock. If you guys haven't already, Google his name again. It's Jeremiah Attaochu. But when you look it up, go to YouTube, actually. There's a good story about how his father brought his family over from Africa and how they're getting ready, and his mom applied for the scholarships for him and his 2 other siblings, and he was the only one to get the scholarship, and that's where his career took off. It's a really good story. If you guys haven't seen it already, make sure you check that out on YouTube, okay? But the guy comes from good stock. His family is very driven, very religious family, and he seems like he has drive. He just got to stay healthy, man. This guy has a ton of potential. In fact, when the Chargers drafted him, if I'm not mistaken, they actually moved up to the 50th spot to get him. That's how highly they thought of him. So the guy has some potential. But hopefully the 49ers, knock on wood, can be able to tap into that potential, and we can see it unleashed on the field for real.
Now, with this contract, Mike, what would you see? What type of production would you see as a depth signing? Let's just say it's a depth signing. What type of production would you consider to be good production for the type of money that we're going to pay him?
So,
just
I mean,
off the top of your head.
No, yeah. So pass rushers are very highly paid. The top tier pass rushers are almost paid like quarterbacks. So with that in mind, he's only guaranteed $2.5 million. I think they want him to play. We're going to be hoping. We're going to be hoping for a lot more. But with this kind of money, if he walked away out of here with 5 sacks but a lot of pressures, that'll be what you're paying a guy this kind of money for. Now, again, that's based off of his injury history. That has a lot to do with his contract. That says what they think about his potential, because they could have picked him up for such a low amount of money, it's not even funny. But instead, they gave him the $2.5 million guaranteed. And so I think they're expecting a lot more of him. They're hoping for a lot more, but they also know that health is a concern.
Now, do you think that he's going to be brought in here to play the Leo position? Or do you think we're mainly going to go after that for the draft? Just to get your opinion real quick on this guy.
No, I understand. They'll probably do a little bit of both. If I'm the 49ers, first of all, with his injury history, you still got to do the draft. This guy does not stop anything else from happening. If you think that this is the kind of move that's going to say, all right, well, whatever position, let's say they want him to play outside linebacker, the Leo, if they wanted him to try to play defensive tackle, I don't think he's big enough for that. But let's just say they want him to do these things. It's not going to stop us from drafting someone else or even possibly picking someone else up in free agency. So he is a great depth add, and he's going to be someone to watch. I expect to see him shining in preseason against the guys who are hoping to make football teams later on. You know, when we get to the third and fourth quarters in the games and he's in there testing out his injured foot and things like that, that's when I expect to see him shine and work his way up through the team's depth chart, starting on with the third and fourth stringers and working his way up to the backups, and then maybe getting some snaps with the starters. That's going to be very exciting in the preseason. Like I said, I love his potential, and with this kind of contract, so do the 49ers.
Yeah, and I can completely agree with you there. I think more or less we didn't lose anything here. We're losing Tank Carradine somewhere else, possibly Aaron Lynch, who was non-existent. This is definitely either a depth move or it could work out in our favor. So either way, the Niners are in a win-win situation of bringing him here just to test the waters, see how the injury pans out, and we could win big, or we could just end up the same as we were before and go with what we draft.
Absolutely. I don't think it's going to be a struggle for this guy to be able to at least duplicate the production as far as sacks go. Not talking about overall pressures, but the productions that we got from the likes of Elvis Dumervil. I think this guy can get 6.5 sacks if he plays 16 games in his sleep. So I do think that it's a good pickup for the Niners again, but that's, again, 16 games. We got to see it.
Yeah, guys. So make sure you guys, that's pretty much it that we got on linebacker Jeremiah
Attaochu.
Attaochu. I'm going to have to get used to saying that. I sound like Kyle Shanahan in the presser today. Weston.
That was hilarious. The way I convinced myself to remember his last name was I made fun of myself like I was sneezing. Attaochu. So I don't know if that's going to help you guys out, but that's the way I remember how to say his last name. It's Attaochu, like someone sneezing. So
do that one more time just so they know.
Attaochu.
All right, bless you. All right,
Thanks.
So all right, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right down there. Right hand, left hand, whatever corner it is. Make sure you hit that bell for the notifications. Visit nothingbutniners.com. Check out all of our other avenues. Check out our podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Play. Guys, this is where you want to be, man. We're going to be bringing you breaking news. Make sure that notifications are set. Excuse me. And, Mike, I'm pretty much done with that one, man. Until the next signing. Right?
Yeah, that's it, man. Straight from the Nothing But Niners news desk. Breaking news. 49ers signed 1-year deal for Jeremiah Attaochu, $5.125 million, and also $2.5 million guaranteed. That's it.
All right, faithful. Also, make sure you get your videos in for me for that Niner Faithful Empire video that we're going to be doing. And above all else, stay faithful. We out.